What's going on, people? Welcome to Rio's Positive POV. Today I'm going to be letting you know the 10 best horror movies ever made. But first, I just want to say a big thank you to every single person that is currently subscribed to the channel. We just hit over 900. Next up, 1K. I can see it already. We're going to make it very, very soon. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support, but forget that for the moment. Right now we're talking 10 best horror movies ever made. Let's go. Starting off at number 10, we have The Witch, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Anya Taylor-Joy. Aesthetically, this movie is unbelievable, but I don't know why I love this movie as much as I do. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that keeps on bringing me back to rewatch it all the time. I've seen this movie 10 times at least, and it only came out a few years ago, which is insane. So for that reason, The Witch has to be on the list. So number 10, The Witch. Then going on to number 9, we have Scream, directed by Wes Craven, featuring the Ghostface Killer. Scream 2022, the requel, just came out, and it made me go rewatch the original, and it just still bangs so much. What a movie. And it completely had a effect on the community around where I lived, for sure. Everyone was walking around in the Ghostface mask when this movie came out, and it's just one that I go back to and watch so many times. Everything about it I adore. It was a brand new, fresh take on the horror genre when it came out, and Scream is number 9. Going on to number 8, we have The Wailing, directed by Na Hong Jin. This is a movie that was recommended to me on Twitter when I was going on an Asian cinema binge, and I can't remember exactly who recommended the movie, but I thank them so much. It blew me away. It has every single thing you could want from a horror movie. It's gory, it's scary, it's suspenseful, it's unbelievably good looking, and it keeps you guessing the whole damn time. Never are you fully in the know about what is actually happening, and it's just such a magnificent movie from start to finish. Every aspect of this movie is top tier filmmaking. So for that reason, number 8, The Wailing. Then at number 7, we have A Nightmare on Elm Street, again directed by Wes Craven, the horror master. Freddy Krueger coming to you in your sleep is a magnificent concept. It's so sick and ruined me as a child. The fact that I thought I was going to get murdered in my sleep had a long-lasting effect, that is for sure. And for that reason, it just has to be here on this list. It messed me up as a child, and I still love the concept to this day. So at number 7, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next up at number 6, we have The Thing, directed by John Carpenter. If only one of those people understood Norwegian, they could have saved themselves a whole world of trouble from letting that dog in. Wow. The Thing is a magnificent movie for a number of reasons. I'm not going to name them all because that will take me forever. Number 1, Kurt Russell. Number 2, practical effects. And number 3, the concept. What a concept The Thing is. The fact that somebody who you've been working with for months on end may no longer be themselves, and there's actually no bloody way to tell unless they start trying to kill you. And the ambiguous ending is just a chef's kiss. John Carpenter, you fucking legend. Number 6, The Thing. Then at number 5, we have another legend, Stanley Kubrick, and his movie The Shining. Jack Nicholson is unbelievable in this movie, as is Shelley Duvall. Fuck you, the Razzies, you do not know what you're talking about. Magnificent performances from both of them. There's just something about horror movies set in snowy locations that get me going. And everything about The Shining is just top tier. Top tier from Kubrick. If it weren't for A Clockwork Orange, this would be my favourite Kubrick movie. And I just want to give a special shout out to the sequel, Dr. Sleep, which is a slept on movie. Excuse the pun. Go check that one out if you haven't, as well as The Shining. Number 5, The Shining. Coming in at number 4, we have a movie which I discussed on my previous video, and then in a previous video, it is Catherine Bigelow's Near Dark. My favourite vampire movie of all time. I'm not even going to tell you exactly why I love it, because you should know from the last video. Number 4, Near Dark. Then at number 3 we have Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. I have heard too many times people say that Jaws is not a horror movie. And those people piss me off so much. How on earth is Jaws not a horror movie? It is literally scared hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people of the ocean. Everything about that movie is a vibe. I am shit scared of going into the sea. I don't even go past knee height. And that film is the main reason for that. When I was a child, I used to think there was sharks going to come and get me in the swimming pool. That's how much this movie messed me up. And that is horror. Horror. Steven Spielberg's Jaws has suspense. It's acted magnificently throughout. Visually, it's spectacular. The practical effects for when the movie was shot, which probably would have been an absolute nightmare to film, were unbelievable. And Jaws is just one of the best movies ever made, and I don't want to hear anyone ever debate about it being a bloody horror movie. Of course it is. Number 3, Jaws. The runner-up, number 2, we have Julia Ducournau's debut movie, Raw, featuring Garance Miller and Ella Rumpf. This movie blew me away and is my most watched movie by a stretch over the last few years. Julia Ducournau is a queen of cinema. She is going to be one of the best directors, hands down, when it's the end of her career. Raw and Titan are just unbelievable movies. Raw, however, takes its place at number 2 on the best horror movies of all time. Technically, it's amazing. Garance Miller and Ella Rumpf are so good in this movie in the leading roles. But it's the writing, it's the story that blows me away. The psychological aspects, the concept of traits being passed down from generation to generation, and how we as people can affect those traits, and how we can warp the way we are to be the way we want to become. And honestly, Raw is just a great movie and is in my top 10 of all time. Number 2, Raw. The reason why Raw is not number 1 is I have a favourite horror movie that I just can't seem to dislodge. It's in my top 4 movies ever made. It is Alien, directed by Ridley Scott. This movie is iconic. Sigourney Weaver as Lieutenant Ripley is one of the best written characters, the best performances ever put on screen. Then you have the xenomorph. The creature design is just next level, and I don't think the following movies, apart from Aliens, kept up to that kind of xenomorph design, which is why I think most of them failed. But we're talking Alien, suspenseful, visually, aesthetically, sonically, just everything about this movie is just perfect in my eyes. The Aliens debate is a non-debate for me. Alien is the clear winner. It has everything you would want in a horror movie and is one of my all-time faves. Number one best horror movie of all time, Alien. Thank you for watching. Peace out.